Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. There's been a string of robberies and a few murders as well that the police in Nashville, all in one area of East Nashville, that have happened over the last week or so. That they feel are all connected, and they're calling. There's two suspects. They have very little description to go on. These are the two people that were most recently killed. Friday, early morning hours. Basically, I think after a night out Thursday night at a bar called Cobra Nashville, where they had left the bar, I think gone across the street to a convenience store, to get like something to eat with them and two other people, then went back to the bar parking lot. I presume to get in their car to go home. And this is at like 3 in the morning. They were approached by two men, and this describes them as two black men, at least one with dreads, who later fled, who fled in a later model small Chevy car. And they actually have just a still shot of the car with one individual standing near it. You can't really make out anything from it, but the four of them, this couple here, which is Bartley Teal and Jaime Sarrantonio. Jaime is the female. And two other people, another couple, went back to the parking lot and they were approached by these two men. I think the man here, Bartley Teal, announced it was a robbery, and that they immediately shot him. I think at that point, according to the report, and then and shot the female as well. They both were killed. The other two persons that were there wasn't any other information about them in the report, but there are several incidents here that they may believe are connected to this one, and this is the most recent. Uh, Another individual was killed just Tuesday of the same week, and he was walking to his car. Let me show you this is Nashville, Metro Nashville PD's Twitter feed. This is the picture of the Chevy that they believe the two individuals are in, and one person, I mean, that looks like with a hat on, but you can't really make out much of anything there. But that's what they're going by right now. And they're calling these guys cold-blooded killers because of the nature of these robberies that went down. I mean, these two people were just completely gunned down. Another individual on Tuesday, and here it's 4 robberies. It says, but the numbers don't fully all add up here in terms of, it says, authorities said the suspects in Friday's shootings, the one I just went over, may be linked to a string of recent crimes, including 4 attempted robberies and the killing on Tuesday morning of 31-year-old Kendall Rice, which is this individual here who was literally just walking to his bus at 5 in the morning to go to work, and a vehicle pulled up on him, reportedly. Somebody with a shotgun shot him and robbed him of his belongings and left him there on the curb. I'm assuming. So what I think they're saying is, it's the couple that were killed on early Friday morning, including 4 attempted robberies and the killing on Tuesday. That would be, one of these male victims. I don't know. That's at the Cobra Bar, actually. So I think one of these 2 male victims is Kendall Rice. This female victim, I believe, was the first one, possibly. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but there's a lot. I think this began on August 8th. Which would have been 2 weeks prior. A woman was walking her dog. I don't know at the time of that, but part of the reason they're connecting these is because of the time of night that they're happening. The 2 murders happened Friday early morning hours, 3 in the morning. Kendall Rice was at 5 in the morning. I think one of these male victims, right at the Cobra Bar the night before, was robbed, in the early morning hours, I believe, of Thursday morning, Wednesday evening. And he was just robbed at gunpoint, pistol whipped, hit in the face with the gun. I don't know if the butt of a rifle, but he said in his report, I'll try to get to it, that he remembers seeing the gun had a silencer on it. But the first female victim, who was walking her dog, was shot in the back, and she lived, but she's going to be paralyzed. And she's actually the wife of a crew member of a fairly well-known band, One Republic, who is mentioned in this report, tweeted a video going over it and announcing a GoFundMe page for the family to help them get through this. And she's, from what I understand, she's permanently paralyzed. She was shot in the back. It destroyed her spleen and so forth. So, I mean, it's pretty, it's pretty scary. And the public is scared, because these two individuals are out at large, and people are afraid to go out on the street at night, So it says here, this is the individual who was killed on Tuesday of the same week, of the week prior. The killings of Teal and Sarrantonio came just days after another man, 31-year-old Kendall Rice, was shot dead while he was going to catch a bus to go to work. MHPD said Rice was walking around 5:05 a.m. to get to a bus in Madison, a neighborhood in northeast Nashville, when a car with two men inside pulled up behind him and someone inside opened fire. Rice's personal belongings were taken. But then it says about 15 minutes after Rice was killed, another man was critically wounded at Falcon View Apartments, located in the same neighborhood. Police in the neighboring town of Gallatin Ave reported two men armed with a rifle tried to rob a man around 4:45 a.m. at an apartment complex, but the victim was able to drive away. So, I mean, there's just a lot of incidents that are all sort of strung together, and it's fairly scary. And now people have been murdered, multiple murders. This is the band of One Republic making the video about the crew member's wife who was shot in the back. It said in another robbery attempt on August 8th, the wife of a crew member of the band One Republic was shot in the back while she was walking her dogs. The band posted a video on Twitter and started a GoFundMe page.
Hey there. I never thought in our entire career or my life that we'd be posting a video like this.
This will all be linked in the description. I want to just keep cruising through this because her description is in an interview on Sunday with the Tennessean, the woman who asked to not be identified out of fear of her safety said she saw a dark-colored Chevy sedan pass her during her walk. The vehicle then quickly returned, and she said the next thing she knew, she was on the ground with her dogs running. She just felt her stomach fill up and saw blood. Her husband told the Tennessean she had the strength to call 911. Thankfully, there's a firehouse nearby, and I believe they were first to get there. The victim of another robbery, Ryan Noble. Okay, so in another incident, and this is actually back to more like recent, I think it's just like the night before. This couple was murdered on early morning hours Friday. It says the victim of another robbery, Ryan Noble, told Fox 17 he was near the Cobra on Wednesday with friends when two men approached them with guns and tried to rob them. I threw my wallet. Next thing I know, I was holding my face. Noble said I was pistol whipped. Now, the East Nashville resident said he feels unsafe in his neighborhood. I can't walk to Kroger. I don't feel safe walking to Kroger or to the new bar or taking my dog for a walk. Nashville police are asking for anyone with information on the murders or the Chevrolet to contact Crime Stoppers at 615-742-7463. And actually, it says Wednesday here, but in this report, it says Thursday. So I'm thinking it's Wednesday evening, Thursday morning hours, similar to the Friday early morning hours at the Cobra, near the Cobra, but it's in here. He says one of the individuals or the persons that robbed him had a silencer on the end of the gun. Another robbery victim, Ryan Noble, said he was walking with friends towards the Cobra on Thursday when the two men pulled a gun on the group. Noble said during the robbery he saw a silencer on the end of the gun. I guess we were just lucky that nobody pulled the trigger, Noble said. Definitely. The assailants took Noble's wallet, which was later recovered with nothing removed. They also took the purse, which was also recovered, one of Noble's friends, and the phone of another. Noble, who was hit in the face with the gun during the robbery, said he was shocked when he learned that others who had been robbed were killed during the confrontation. Back over at their Twitter feed, they're having right now, this is just from 2 hours a day, a meeting about this because it's a pretty obviously serious situation. Chief Anderson this morning chaired a briefing with the team investigating Friday's murder of a man and woman outside Cobra Bar and last Tuesday, murder of a man on Alta Loma Road. This is actually the couple that were killed Friday evening. Their belongings were recovered in an alley in North Asheville, right pictured right here. After the Cobra shooting, the murderers fled to North Nashville and dumped the victims' belongings in this obscure alley off 23rd Avenue North in Hyman Street. Belongings have been recovered and are being processed. This is the couple that were killed Friday night. It was his birthday, as I understand it. And this is the photo that they have to go on right now. The dark Chevy, and there's two African American males, one with dreads, and somebody pictured there with a hat on, but you can barely see much of anything. And I don't know if that's the person with dreads or what. And that is that's the story there, man. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.